Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be doing a unboxing, building, and review for the LEGO Harry Potter set number 30724, Dumbledore's Office with Harry Potter. Now, starting off with, I guess, some context behind what's going on with the packaging. This is so I guess this is like one of those like poly bag sets that now have paper packaging. And like this is kind of fascinating because for those who are familiar with the poly bag sets, for a really long time they looked more like this, instead of where they would basically be like in this clear little baggie with like all this like printing around it to like show off show like the set, like, and then like the set details and like the title, as well as like everything in it, as well as like little other things in the back. And it would be like in the clear bags, so that way you would be able to see all the parts inside. But as of late, they kind of been working on phasing out like these kind of bags in favor of more paper, like more biodegradable options, which is nice. And yeah, like aside from the fact that like with packaging like this, you like those like people won't be able to like, I guess, build the sets, be able to see the parts in the sets in the bag, which like some people like tend to like grab poly bag sets like this and then do something called like build in the bag challenge kind of thing, where they would build the set inside of the bag without opening it, which is still gonna be like fascinating to try. Which like a fascinating idea, but unfortunately you're not gonna be as likely to do that with this. However, I don't mind the repackaging. I don't mind the repackaging because, because if you look at it, it is a like white bag with printing on the front and back, and like I do appreciate that, and yeah, I do appreciate that the the front display is like just like print on there, like don't like no wrinkles, like none of like this where it has like the reflective like little wrinkles through everywhere. Like it is a fascinating it is interesting. It is definitely odd. It's definitely a thing. But with that out of the way, let's take a look at this bag. So on this bag you have, like, of course you have a spot to hang this on like a store peg or something like that. And then here for the front, you have the Lego logo, Harry Potter logo. You have a display of the set itself. You also get the recommended age, set number, name of the set, as well as the number of parts used to build this set, and also choking hazards. On this side, you have all the stuff that you would typically put on like the rear or bottom of your packaging, like your codes, choking warning labels, like other language things, stuff like that. And then you would also have this, which the poly bags usually do include this, where it's like a kids go free like a Legoland like ticket thing, I guess. We just cut this out, I guess. Which is nice. And then up here you have a 1-to-1 scaled image of one of the pieces in the set. In this case, it's the phoenix, like baby phoenix bird. So that's fascinating. And so with that, let's go ahead and get this open. Like, probably should have like scissors here. I'll make do with what I have. But and yeah, like it has a and yeah, you just rip this open, throw that in the trash, get this open, and then there's the set inside. And with that, we can, like, I don't know, like maybe like toss this or whatever. It's a paper bag. And so, with that, here we have all the parts in here. So, and also the instructions. The instructions can flip out. We are probably gonna be using them instructions. I'm gonna put the instructions here so I can look through. But first, I'm gonna like give you like a little look at the instructions. There's the look at one side. There we go. And there's the finished image. Not a whole lot going on, but it's fascinating to see, at least. Wow. Getting ahead of myself. So, with that, I guess like in the process where we're building this, we'll take a look at everything. So we'll start off by assembling the minifigure in here. So here we have Harry Potter. Includes a pair of wands. We'll grab one wand. We'll take off the other one for later. We'll attach the wand. We'll attach the wand to the hand, and then hairpiece. And there we have Harry Potter. I like some nice printing on the. So yeah, so here we have Harry Potter, using the smallest minifigure legs possible. Comes with the wand, it has his modern hairpiece. And it also does have some pretty nice printing on his torso, as well as a good double expression on his face. Here's a look at the back printing. And then here's his alternate expression. Got a nice smiling expression, and then also a shocked expression. And then of course he has the scar on his forehead because that's his branding. There we go. Here we have Harry Potter. It's got a nice Gryffindor robe. That's nice. And then as far as the rest of the parts here, we'll look at it in the process of building. So we got dark brown 2x6. We also include a bunch of these window frame pieces, as well as these windows. So you got these. So you got like these like window like pieces, window pane like pieces in this dark brown color. And then what's gonna happen is we're just gonna put that in there to give this give this a bit more detailing and stuff. We'll flip this upside down to make things look slightly more aesthetically pleasing, and then we'll do that like 2 more times. There we go. So we got 3 of those. So there, we got 3 of those. There. After that, we'll place a couple of brown, reddish, bright, like brown 1x1s, as well as a brown arch piece. Then we'll place down these 3 brown window panes, like window assembly things. Then after that, we'll attach that piece there, that piece there, then a corner tile thing like that, then brown clip. So we got brown corner tile, we got brown like tile thing, got that. After that, we'll take this green bracket, add a green 1x1, then a green snot brick, add the dark red 1x2 tile, add it to the brick, and then a navy blue 1x2 plate, and then famous like heat orange. There we go. And after that, we place this assembly onto there. We attach golden stud. Place down the sorting hats, and then the Sword of Gryffindor. Flip this over. We also got a round jumper. Place that there. Place another round jumper on top of that. Place the dish piece on top of that. And then add your bird to have him perch on that. There we go. After that, you take this brick. You take your bracket, your plate, your plate. Take another tile. Take a third tile plate. Add it to there. Then add to this next to night's tile piece. Add it to there. Boom. Then after that, you take another dish piece. Plug that into there. Take dome piece, attach the stud onto the clear anti-stud, and then add the blue piece, the blue inverted piece, on top of that, like so. There you have that. And with that, here we have the sets. Here we have the polybag sets, fully built up and ready to be reviewed. So yeah, so here's everything you So here's all the parts you get in this set. So it comes with some spares, a spare wand, a spare like clear piece with the tube connection, and also a spare 1x1 piece in green. So and then there's just this, which is just what connects the wands together, so you can find a use for that somehow. But you can set that off to the side. And so here we have the set. And I will say, for like starting off, you do get a fascinating amount of things in this polybag set. Considering how small the set is and how few pieces there are, there's only 42 pieces here. But like there's a significant amount going on here. So obviously we can start off with Harry Potter. We already taken a look at him, but he's like a nice like minifigure to include in this. So that's nice. We'll start off with smallest and work our way to largest. So here we have this bowl of like a juice. Here we have this. I forget what the thing was called. I know what this is. I've seen the movies. I know what this is. I just can't remember what it was called. Like where Dumbledore would would be perched or would be looking down into this bowl. He would like take his wand. He would like pull out. He would pull out like I guess bad memories and then put them in here. It's like bad memory storage, like a goblet thing. I don't know. It's something that's like pretty significant for Dumbledore. Something that's very significant for Dumbledore. It's represented here rather nicely. Oh, I like it. It's definitely okay. Up next is, I guess, the next biggest thing is the perch with Dumbledore's Phoenix. And this is done, and I don't like this. Like this is done rather okay. This is done rather okay. Like you have like the gold like table thing. Like you have I guess you even have like the pile of ashes like represented here with this gray piece. But then yeah, like at this point like you have like the phoenix as who was like reborn as like a tiny little birdie. So that's nice. I like that. Definitely think that's nice. Up next, it's very simple, but it's very effective. We have like a really nice chair. Now, you can try to have Harry Potter, I guess, sit in it, but all he's gonna do is stand. That's kind of the drawback with having these super small minifigure legs. They can't pose. But regardless, like this is like a very okay. This is like a very okay chair. Now, and I do have a minifigure here to show you what minifigure sitting on that, like a full-sized minifigure sitting on that would look like. That's okay. That's okay. That's actually okay. Definitely fascinating to have. Like the chair's nice too. And then here's like the biggest portion of the build. Here's how it looks from the back. And this is like, I guess, like Dumbledore's like desk. This is like the desk, his like desk thing. So that's like that. So So working our way up, we'll start with the desk itself. It is a fascinating. It's a simple but fascinating. It's a simple but interesting design. Like that's definitely a like the way that they like use the window parts to add extra text, add like extra detail, extra like dimension to it. That's nice. Here's a look from at it from the back. You have an opening to like I guess have like be under desk, have kid under desk or whatever happens under Dumbledore's desk. We also got some things on top of the desk which are fascinating. We'll start off with this. This is very simple. It's a small little sub-assembly that's supposed to represent a line of books. Of course, each one being in each of the houses like primary colors. Like you have like red for Gryffindor, you got blue for Ravenclaw, yellowish for Hufflepuff, and then like I guess like the biggest portion here, which like the I guess the biggest book represented here, which is green for Slytherin. It's a it's a fascinating thing. I want to say that was intentional for like I guess like a little conversation that Harry Potter had with Dumbledore, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like nice. Over here we have like a little another gold cone piece, which is holding up this. This is fascinating. This is the Sorting Hat. This yeah like sculpted rather nicely, and you can of course have and yeah you can of course like have Harry Potter wearing the Sorting Hat. So that's like really fascinating. Like yeah, so that's cool. Like it's a nice mold. It's like it got like a nice amount of detailing in there. That's cool. And then you know, and then of course I saved the best for last. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. So this is this is the Sword of Gryffindor, I believe. So yeah, this is like the yeah, this is the Sword of Gryffindor. So here's how one side looks. Here's how the other side looks. You have a little bit of molded like copyright stuff on it. Look at that. You have like a nice the blade portion looks really good. The hilts. Oh my goodness, the hilts. You have like these red gems on like you have like the red gems here. Oh, and it looks so good in the light too. Let me just try to show this in the light real quick. Look at that. That is crazy. That is very crazy. And also, and also like in the hilts, you have little Gryffindor like logo, like sculpted on the hilt, and that way you need to. And then yeah, you can just have Harry Potter just wielding this sword. That is very fascinating. Like that is a cool that is really nice. Yeah, you got like a nicely detailed sword in here. On top of everything else you get here, you got like a. Let's see if you can. And yeah, like. And then I guess you can try to replicate that little scene. I guess you could try to replicate that little scene from Chamber of Secrets, where Harry Potter grabs a sword from the Sorting Hat. And then yeah, like the sword just has a place where you just clip it onto the desk. But man, that is really fascinating. We'll put Harry Potter here. Yeah, very nice. And with that, I guess that'll. And yeah, with that, that's everything I have to show about this set. Overall, I think it's rather nice. Like, it is a nice polybag. Like yes, you're not getting like price to part ratio ain't quite there. I will admit that the price to part ratio ain't really there. Like ain't quite there, but considering what you get in here, you get a minifigure, you get a chair, you get a whole desk covered in stuff. You also got a perch for a bird, and also a little fountain thing. Like it is a fascinating little thing. I will say, definitely, yeah, it is definitely going the, it is definitely like a, like it's definitely one where, yeah, it's definitely a set where like yeah, because this is one of those sets where it lacks in price to part ratio, it does make up for it in just the sheer volume of stuff you get for what you're paying for, which is nice. I appreciate that. And you do get like a fascinating like range of like things that are important to Harry Potter, from the sword, the sorting hat, the bird, as well as this thing which he like dunks his face in at one point in whatever movie. So yeah, like, and yeah, like the sword alone easily easily justifies the set for me. Like, but you do get like a nice range of stuff in here too. Like you get like some nice like furniture and accessories and stuff. It's really, I will say, very nice. Definitely an interesting find. But with that, I would say that this. But with that, no, I think that would be it for this like unboxing, building, and review for this polybag set. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.